Yes, I think I was here on this page when Oedipus decided to check who is this murderer and so on. And the chorus, I think, there on this page, I think we were here on page in my margin. You can see here page 5, because this is a copy, as you can see from the original book. Yeah, so notice here what you know, the chorus is saying about what is the effect of that. Of course, it's a long speech by the chorus, as you can see. It's a long speech, really, but maybe I'll read some of this for you. And Oedipus, I think, you know, will respond to them here later on in a minute. But let me again, you know, read that. The chorus, as I said, normally in the play or in this oral tradition, the chorus is a group of people, a group of actors. Normally, one person will speak for them. So they will always have one voice to speak about. And here they were listening to Oedipus and Creon talking about the murder, and that Laius was murdered by a terrible, so according to the story, is murdered by, you know, by a man, of course. And the story here is that he was murdered by thieves, you know. So here I think we can see the reaction to some extent, because people are not really sure what's going on about who really, you know, did it. And the king Oedipus now is, you know, in a tragic way decided that he's going to find out. Of course, later on I shall see. Really, it was, you know, tragic, very tragic to discover that it was himself. Notice here the chorus speaking to him, Zeus, Zeus, great welcome voice of Zeus. What do you bring? What word from the gold truth of Delphi comes to brilliant Thebes, racked with terror? Terror shakes my heart. And I cry your wild cries, Apollo, healer of Delos. And, you know, you can see all this, you know, long speech, as I said, asking here, or the idea is to some extent summarizing what's going on here. And you can see how addressing Zeus and, you know, Apollo and all these, you know, gods, to suggest how bad they are in their own, of course, situation here. Really, again, you can see the chorus asking for all those gods, you know, for Athena, for Artemis, for Apollo, and, you know, using all these. Notice, Thebes, oh my people, Thebes like a great army dying, and there is no sword of thought to save us. No, and the fruits of our famous earth, they will not ripen. No, and the women can't scream their banks to, you know, birth. You know, as I say, you know, there's a lot of details. Of course, we can read all that because it's really an exaggeration of what's happening to all of them. Yeah. So, can you hear me?
Yes, doctor.
Can you see my screen? Because somebody said no screen.
Yes, doctor. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can, doctor.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Fine. So you can see here, as I'm saying, how how much exaggeration to show the terrible situation in the country because of what is going on. Notice here he summarizes that the speaker of this, or the chorus again, Thebes is dying, look her children stripped of pity, generations strewn on the ground, unburied, unwept, the dead spreading death, and the young wives and gray-haired mothers with them cling to the altars, trailing in from all over the city. Thebes, city of death, and he goes on and on and on about that. And, really, as I say, it's a detailed description by the chorus about what is, the bad, horrible situation of Thebes. And Oedipus, again, here at the end, of course, he responded to them. And I think this is the important part to me. As I say, the details and a lot of details about what's going on in the city, it's all addressed or summarized by the speaker of the chorus. And Oedipus here responded, you pray to the gods, let me grant your prayers. Come, listen to me, do what the plague demands. You will find relief and lift your head from the depth. I will speak out now as a stranger to the story, a stranger to the crime. Oedipus is saying to them, okay, I'm going to act, and I will tell you really exactly what I'm going to do. And, he's saying this, that all your prayers will be answered, and I'm going to do something for you. And really, this is, what he's saying here. I'm going to do that. I will try to find out exactly what's going on, or what went on. And, he summarized that again. If I had been present then, there would have been no mystery, no long hunt without a clue in hand. So now, counted a native Theban, years after the murder, to all of Thebes, I made this proclamation. This is his decision, proclamation, to say, this is my decision, my decree. Being now a native of Thebes, or being the king, of course, he became now native of the land as a Theban himself. He said, I have a duty to do, and being myself the king also, I have the duty of discovering the murderer. And that's what he's saying here. I make this proclamation. If any one of you knows who murdered Laius, the son of Labdacus, I order him to reveal the whole truth to me. Yeah, as a good king, as a strong king, he's saying, okay, if any one of you knows who really did kill the old king, come forward and tell me, and I will be fine. I will not punish him. Okay? Nothing to fear, even if he must denounce himself. Let him speak up, and so escape the brunt of the charge. He will suffer no unbearable punishment, nothing worse than exile, totally unharmed. So, he's saying here to all the nation, if any one of you really knows anything, please come forward and tell me, and I'm not going to punish that person who knows. I will not do anything to him, or even to the murderer. I will only just exile him. I will banish him. I will kick him away from the land, from the country. Even if even if you are one, I'm not going to kill you or anything. So this is really the idea that he's saying, I'm not going to punish you, you know, strongly or in sort of the same murder. So he's trying here to be really sensible. Oedipus here is asking and saying, okay, if any one of you really knows this, come forward and tell me. Oedipus poses, waiting for a reply. Of course, nobody replies because, you know, no one knows, actually. Yeah, nobody knows. Next. If anyone knows the murderer is a stranger, a man from alien soil, come speak up. I will give him a handsome reward and lay up gratitude in my heart for him besides. Okay, so now here we have another option, saying if any one of you really knows the murderer or knows that the murderer is a stranger or someone, maybe you know him, but could be from a different land, you know, I will give him a reward if he tells me who's this murderer. Again, we can see here really Oedipus as a sensible man, you know, talking sense here. But if you keep silent, if anyone panicking, trying to shield himself or friend or kin rejects my offer, then hear what I will do. So, because nobody responded, because really nobody knows. I mean, the people here are honest. Nobody knows. So he said, if you are quiet, if you are silent because you are frightened, if you want to hide somebody, if you want to keep a secret, if you want to protect someone, a friend or yourself or a relative, then okay, listen to what I'm going to do. I order you, every citizen of the state. So here is his proclamation. This is his decree, his decision. I order you, every citizen of the state where I hold throne and power, banish this man, whoever he may be. So this is, you know, the idea. You are not going to tell me who that man is or who that man maybe was. Okay. So I ask you now and I order you now, if you know that man, so banish him, you know, kick him away from your place. Don't give him shelter, you know. Never shelter him. Never speak a word to him. Never make him partner to your prayers. Your victims, your victims, you know, because this printing is not clear to me because of the height in my I can't read because of the screen is shiny. It's a funny thing, really. I can't really see it properly because it's blurry sometimes. Yeah. So what he's really saying here is he's you know, asking people exactly what to do. Never make him partner to your prayers. Your victims burned to the gods. Never let the holy water touch his hands. Drive him out, each of you, from every home. He is the plague. Oh my God, yeah, he is the plague. Yeah, again, this is really a funny irony of situation when we know that it is really him and he is the plague. إنه الطاعون بذاته إنه هو. Yeah, of course, you know, the idea, as they say, you know, this is the tragedy later on. That's what's going to happen because he said that. This is his order, and this is his decision to do with this murderer. He is the plague, the heart of our corruption, as Apollo's oracle has just revealed to me. So I honor my obligations. I fight for the God and for the murdered man. Now my curse on the murderer, whoever he is, a lone man unknown in his crime, or one among many, let that man drag out his life in agony, step by painful step. I curse myself as well, if by any chance he proves to be an intimate of our house. Here at my hearth, with all my knowledge, may the curse I just called down on him strike me. Well, again, as I said, really, this is an amazing, absolutely amazing irony when we know that's what's going to happen to him. Yeah. So he's, as you can see, clearly and absolutely in a clear way, he is deciding and ordering the whole nation to punish the man, whoever that man might be. Even he's saying, even this search will prove that that man could be in my own house, then this punishment should be performed and executed. And he said, go and search everywhere, he said. Stop at nothing, search the world, to lay by my hands on the man who shed his blood, the son of Labdacus, descended of Oedipus, Polydorus, Cadmus of old. And, he goes on and on to say about what's going, about it and how he's going to do it. Notice here he finished, oh dear gods, my curse on those who disobey these orders. Let no crops grow out of the earth for them. Shrivel their women, kill their sons, burn them to nothing in this plague that hits us now, or something even worse. But you loyal men of Thebes, who approve my actions, may our champion justice, may all the gods be with us, fight beside us to the end. Yeah, so he's saying here, he's asking gods for help for everybody, for the nation, for everyone, so to find the criminal, to find the terrible, killer. And of course, later on, as we know, by now we know it's actually him. So notice here the final curse. He said, my curse on those who disobey these orders. So if you don't listen to me, this is my curse on you. And he said the curse, let no crops grow out of the earth for them. Shrivel their women, kill their sons, burn them, and he goes on and on. So as if to say, all of you should work hard to find this man. And the leader, of course, the leader of the chorus here, the chorus and everybody listening. In the grip of your curse, my king, I swear I am not the murderer. I cannot point him out. As for the search, Apollo pressed it on us. He should name the killer. Oh, he said, okay, we will do our job. We don't know. So why not Apollo telling us? Why didn't he tell us who is that man, might be? Why Apollo, Apollo should tell us, he should name. Yeah, I think he's right in a way. Oedipus, quite right. But to force the gods to act against their will, no man has the power. He said, yeah, okay, I know, yeah, okay. Apollo should tell, but we can't force him because we are people and they are gods. We can't force a god to do something for us. Leader, then if I might mention the next best thing. He said, okay, I will tell you one thing, the last option. To know this man, I have another idea. He said, okay, what is it? And Oedipus said, the third best two, don't hold back, say it. And the leader, of course, suggested another idea. He said, I still believe Lord Tiresias sees with the eyes of Lord Apollo. Anyone searching for the truth, my king, might learn it from the prophet, clear as day. So, yeah, I said, okay, we have somebody here in our, who lives with us, who sees exactly what Apollo sees. So he will tell us who that man is. Oh, this is good. So now we know that we can name the person. Okay, so he said it is, Tiresias, our prophet, Lord Tiresias. You can see, of course, here in the footnote, please check it. You can see there, it's really an interesting idea about that. So here, of course, Oedipus said, I have not been slow with that. On Creon's cue, I sent the escorts twice. Within the hour, I am surprised he is not there. So he's not here. And the leader said, we need this old man, Tiresias, so he could tell us. Okay, so, and here again, leader said, of course, we need him. Without him, we have nothing, the old, unless rumors. Oedipus again, what rumors? I will search out every word. Again, leader, Laius was killed, they say, by certain travelers. So the rumor here is say, well, it was not really a thief. Really, the rumor is, he was killed by some travelers. You see here, the idea is getting step by step. Travelers, later on we know it's going a traveler, just one traveler, not travelers. Oedipus, I know, but no one can find the murderer. Leader, if the man has a trace of fear in him, he won't stay silent long, not with your curses ringing in his ears. Oedipus, he didn't flinch at murder. He will never flinch at words. And I think this is correct. Nobody will care about curses, when like somebody, who could be, as he said, if he was a murderer, he would never care about curses. And here we have Tiresias coming. Enter Tiresias, the blind, the prophet. Tiresias, we pronounce it. Tiresias, or somebody called Tiresias. I read it Tiresias myself. I don't know why, but I'm not sure really. Anyway, enter Tiresias, the blind prophet, led by a boy with escorts in attendance. He remains at a distance. And the leader of the chorus said, here is the one who will convict him. Look, they bring him on at last, the seer. really, this is, I like the word the seer, you know. Yeah, it's funny how you, I don't know, it's nice to think how you can translate this to Arabic, the seer. Yeah, yeah. So, and funny enough here, the problem is he is a blind man. You know, look at the irony again. A seer and yet blind. How can he see? And he has no eyes. You know, again, this is really a funny irony in the play. The seer, you know, the man of God, the truth lives inside him alone. Oh, so you can see here the people, how they think that this Tiresias, he's a prophet, and they call him prophet, you know, prophet, like a messenger who goes in between, you know, in between the people and the gods, you know, the messenger, or, you know, the conveyor of things between the gods and the people. And that's why, you know, they call him the prophet, you know. And again, as I said, yeah, I mean, that's true. Tiresias is here in the play, really, is given this power of knowing or seeing. But of course, and physically, he's a blind man, but he can see in his mind, of course. That's the idea. And now Tiresias is speaking to the king. And Oedipus said, "Oh, Tiresias, Tiresias, master of all the mysteries of our life." Master of the mysteries, yeah. So here, as if to say, you know all, and you are hiding it. All you teach, and all you dare not tell. Signs in the heavens, signs that walk the earth. Blind as you are, you can feel all the more. What sadness haunts our city? You, my Lord, you, my Lord, are the one shield, the one savior we can find. Yeah, you know, he's asking, he said, you are the only one now you can save us. Please come forward and let's see. We asked Apollo, and he's telling him the story, you know. We asked Apollo, perhaps the messengers have not told you. He sent his answer back. And, you know, he's quoting for him what Apollo said to the messengers. Relief from the plague can only come one way. Uncover the murders of Laius. You know, here again, Oedipus is repeating the message to Tiresias, telling him what Apollo said. And he's saying, please, can you help in that? You know, we want you to tell us what really, you know, Apollo says, or really, if he knows who that person might be. Tell us who he is, really. Uncover the murderers of Laius, put them to death, or drive them into exile. You know, this is the decision made by Apollo, saying, find out the murderer, either you kill him or send him away of the land, banish him, send him into exile. Yeah, well, this is what's going to happen to Oedipus later. He will be sent to exile in the same way, really. Yeah. And, you know, he said, so I beg you, here Oedipus again speaking to Tiresias, telling him, please tell us, grudge us nothing now, no voice, no message plucked from the birds. You know, as if to say, please, we want you to help. Please don't be mean and don't hide things from us. Please tell us everything that you know, because we can't have people. We can't have the idea. We don't know who did it. So you are the only one who can tell us. okay? And as if to say, we are not talking to birds or anything. We can't tell what is unknown ourselves because we are not gods. So we want you to tell us. And he said that, rescue yourself. Notice, rescue yourself, our city, rescue me. Means, you know, help us all, help me, help the city, help yourself, all of us. Rescue everything infected by the dead. You know, again here, infected. You know, as if to say, we have all been, you know, plagued by this. We have all been cursed by this. Please save us. We are in your hands. For a man can help others with all his gifts and native strength. That is the noblest work. And he said, yeah, this is a very good, honorable thing, honorable deed, honorable work. If you can save us, please, you should. You can help and you must. Tiresias, of course, Tiresias knows and he feels unhappy about it. How terrible to see the truth when the truth is only pain to him who sees. Yeah, he said, yeah, I know, and I know this truth, and it's really painful for me, and very, very painful for me because I see it. And really here sometimes we say, if he knows this guy here, Tiresias, if he knows this ages ago, why didn't he say it? Why did he allow such thing to happen? Yeah. And if he's, you know, the sort of, what he said, seer, he sees, he knows, you know. And he said, when the truth is only pain to him who sees, I knew it well, but I put it from my mind, else I never would have come. Oedipus, what is this? Why so grim, so dire? You know, Oedipus saying to him, come on, what's wrong with you? Why are you so sad? What's the matter with you? Just send me home. You bear your burdens. You bear your burdens. I will bear mine. Yeah. You know, Tiresias, as I said, is very sad and very unwilling to speak because he thinks this is ugly thing, this is terrible. And he said, please let me go back home. You have your own problems, your own burdens, your own disasters, your own responsibilities. And I have my own. Leave me alone. Let me go back home. You bear your burdens. I will bear mine. It's better that way. Please believe me. Well, again, I would say to you, really, Tiresias here is a wrong. I think he made a terrible mistake. Why it's better? No, it's not better. You know this is a crime. You know it's a crime. And you are supposed to be supposed to be like a, as you say, you know, a prophet and a holy person. How can you allow such a thing to happen? You know that this is unbelievably unacceptable in any way. How can you accept it? And you say, you know, better? It's better that way? What do you mean better that way? Let me alone? No, Tiresias is wrong here. And Oedipus, of course, is amazed. He said, what's this? What is this response? Strange response. unlawful, unfriendly to the state that bred and reared you. You withhold the word of gods or the word of God? Come on, that's not good. You're a prophet. Why? You should do something to your nation. Should something, he said, this is something lawful. Something really, if you're a friend and if you're a good man and this nation gave you life and, cared for you, reared you, brought you up, made you a man, made you what you are, and then you hide the truth from the God? Why? Tiresias, of course. I fail to see that your own words are so well timed. I would rather not have the same thing said of me. You're saying, I really don't understand what are you saying here. Tiresias is trying to mock the king, saying, what are you saying now? Maybe I can't understand what are you saying now. Maybe you did not ask the same question ages ago. Now you are asking me this question? Yeah, of course, we know, as I said, Tiresias, we start to think that Tiresias maybe did something wrong by not saying the truth, but maybe he was not able to. Oedipus, for the love of God, don't turn away. No, not if you know something. We beg you, all of us on our knees. Yeah, it's a shame here, really. Oedipus, as a king, is showing him really respect, saying, come on, you are our holy man, and we really beg you all. And we beg you all to tell the truth. Yeah. And Tiresias, none of you knows, and I will never reveal my dreadful secrets, not to say your own. Yeah, he said, I will not tell my secrets. Even how can I tell your secrets? Yeah, you don't know what I know, and I will never be able to tell you. Again, I think, I think Tiresias is here responsible to some extent for hiding the truth, but later on we shall see why. Again, Oedipus, what? You know and you won't tell? You are bent on betraying us, destroying Thebes? So he's saying, come on, man. You know, and deliberately you don't want to say it. You deliberately wanted to fool us. You deliberately want to, hide the truth, betray, notice, betray as a treacherous person. You want to destroy us all, destroy the city, the country. Why? Tiresias again, I'd rather not cause pain for you or me. So why this useless interrogation? You will get nothing from me. He said, stop quizzing me, stop asking me, interrogating me, questioning me. I will not tell you anything. I will say nothing. Yeah. And Oedipus said, nothing, you scum of the earth. You would enrage a heart of stone. You won't talk? Yeah, I think Oedipus is right here to say this. He said, come on, you crazy, stupid, filthy man. You are terrible. You are filthy. Scum? Really, the word scum of the earth means you are the dirt of the earth. You know the truth and you are not going to say it? Come on. And he said, you would enrage a heart of stone. Even if I'm If I were made of stone, I would be mad at you. Come on. You know, you won't talk. Nothing moves you. Oh, out with it once and for all. Yeah, say it now. Say it. Tiresias, you criticize my temper, unaware of the one you live with. You revile me. Who could refrain? Who could restrain his anger hearing you? What outrage you spurn the city. Now, you know, as you can see, the dialogue went on and on and on here between Oedipus and Tiresias. And of course, Tiresias really was trying all the time, you know, not to say it. And you can see here, you know, he was always pushed. Oedipus is pushing him to say something. And notice here, you shameless, aren't you appalled to start up such a story? You think you can get away with this? Yeah. Of course. Of course, he Tiresias, of course, notice. I will say no more. Do as you like. Build your anger, or to whatever pitch you please. Raise your worst. Oedipus, I will let loose. Oh, I will let loose. I have such fury in me. Now I will see it all. You helped hatch the plot, and you did the work. Yes, short of killing him with your own hands. So here, you know, Oedipus is accusing him that he did it. Of course, Tiresias was laughing and said, "Come on." And he said, "Is that so? Is that so? You think it's me? Okay." And he said, "I charge you then, submit to the decree, to that decree you just laid down. From this day onward, speak to no one, not these citizens, not myself. You are the curse. You are the curse, the corruption of the land." Wow. So now he said it to him. Say, okay, you tell me that I'm the killer? Okay, then you listen to this. You are the one. You are the curse. You are the corruption of the land. Oedipus, you shameless, aren't you appalled to start up such a story? You think you can get away with this? Of course, Oedipus really was very angry and mad. He's saying to him, you accusing me this? You put the story now to me? You are pinning it on me? I'm not going to allow you. And Tiresias said to him, okay, I have already. The truth with all its power lives inside me. Yeah, he said, I know, I've said it. You are the murderer. You are the killer of your own father. You are the murderer of Laius. And Oedipus, who primed you for this? Not your prophet straight. So Oedipus thinks that there's somebody who's pushing him to say that. He said, who made you say this? Was it you? Really, was it pushed by your own mind? You're crazy as you are a prophet. Is it because of your job as a prophet? You really that? And Teresa said, you did. You did. You forced me, twisted it out of me. You made me say it because you wanted me to say it. And now I'm saying it. What? Say it again, I will understand it better. Did not you understand just now? Or are you tempting me to talk? Yeah, so he said, okay, you want me to talk more about it? Oedipus, no, I can't say I grasped your meaning. Out with it again. Tiresias, I say you are the murderer you hunt. Oedipus, that obscenity twice, by God, I will pay. You will pay. Tiresias, shall I say more so you can really rage? You see here, even Tiresias is annoying him. He said, okay, shall I tell you more? So you can go madder, even madder and madder. Oedipus, much as you want, your words are nothing. Futile. Tiresias, you can't imagine, I tell you, you and your loved ones live together in infamy. You can't see how far you are gone in guilt. Meaning you live, and all your loved ones, your family, your wife and children, you're all the plague. You live in a horrible, infamous, ugly, abominable, crazy, terrible, filthy thing. Oedipus, you think you can keep this up and never suffer? You know, always Oedipus is here is you know, saying to him, I'm going to punish you, I'm going to punish you, I'm going to punish you, you know, always saying that to him. And Oedipus again, Tiresias said, indeed, if the truth has any power, Oedipus again, it does, but not of you, old man. You have lost your power. Some blind, stone deaf, senses, eyes blind as stone. I pity you flying at me such insults. Each man here will fling at you so soon. Blind, lost in the night, endless night, that cursed soul, you can't hurt me or imagine, or anyone else who sees the light. You can never touch me. True, it's not your fate to fall at my hands. Yeah, I said, okay, maybe, yeah, your fate is not going to be through me. You're not going to be through me. To be punished, of course, we said, or to be sort of cursed by me. Apollo is quite enough. So Apollo is the one who is going to, you know, punish you. And he will take some pains to work this out. Oedipus, Creon, is this conspiracy his or yours? So now Oedipus is saying, yeah, maybe there's something. Maybe this story is created by Creon. Maybe Creon made you to say this. Creon asked you to say this. You know, notice here, conspiracy, conspire. Did Creon really made you say this as a part of conspiracy? Tiresias, Creon is not your downfall. No, you are your own. Yes, so this is the idea. He said, not me, not Creon, not anybody. You are the one. You are the one, the destroyer of your own self. No one of us will destroy you. You are the destroyer of yourself. And Oedipus, of course, was really very mad here. He, as you can see, he gave a long speech. Oh, power, wealth and empire, skill outstripping skill in the heady rivalries of life. That envy lurks inside you just for this. The crown the city gave me, I never sought it. They laid it on my hands for this alone. Creon, the soul of trust, my loyal friend from the altar, steals against me. So hungry to overthrow me, he sets his wizard on me. This scheming quack, this fortune teller, peddling lies, eyes peeled for his own profit, seer blind in his craft. As you can see, really, again, this is a long speech by Oedipus accusing Creon. Creon is Jocasta's brother. Of course, he is his own uncle. And here he is in the play at the moment. He is his, relative. That is the brother of his wife, So really here is Oedipus again is going up into crazy ideas about Creon being the person who conspires to take the kingdom from him. Creon had never worried about that. And Creon is absolutely innocent of all of this. He never wanted that, And he's saying this to him, saying, Oedipus here is, I think, is hallucinating, is trying, couldn't believe it, that, how can this man say all this? And, this is a long speech here. Come here, you pious fraud. Tell me, when did you ever prove yourself a prophet? When the Sphinx, the charming fury, kept her death watch here? Why silent then, not a word to set our people free? There was a riddle, not for some master by to solve. It cried out for a prophet. Where were you? Did you rise to the crisis? Not a word. You and your birds, your gods, nothing. But I came by, Oedipus the ignorant. I stopped the Sphinx. Yeah, Oedipus the ignorant. Yes, he is ignorant about his past and about his family. And here really he's saying it ironical. But yes, it is ironical because he is ignorant. He is ignorant of not knowing that not to kill an old man and not to marry an older woman who might be his parents. Yeah. I stopped the Sphinx with no help from the birds. The light of my intelligence hit the mark. And this is the man you would try to overthrow. You think you will stand by Creon when he is king. You and the great mastermind, you will pay in tears. I promise you for this witch hunt, if you did not look so senile and lash, would teach you what your scheming means. Threatening to hit and whip. Him, meaning, Tiresias, of course. As I said, we shall see, really, this is a terrible thing and a terrible turn of the events when he accuses Creon, and we shall see when Creon comes, he knows that this is not true. Anyway, I will stop here, ladies and gentlemen. That's it, for the time is up, and I will stop recording here, and I will, if you have any question, you can answer